Welcome students. Today we are looking at a contentious issue which is about third largest landowner in India. The very board is only next to Indian Railways and Defence to hold 8 lakh acres. But now, after an amendment that is being proposed, things may change. We are discussing today about Waqf Act and amendment proposed about it. So to understand completely what actually Waqf is, you need to get into the issue very deeper. It was in 1954 the first act on Waqf was introduced. So what actually this Waqf concept is all about? Waqf in Islam, essentially in Sharia law, means any property or land that has been donated for purposes that is either pious or charitable or religious purposes. So now if you look at this particular thing, the Islam followers, if they donate any property or anyone else who is donating in name of Islam for these three purposes were accumulated and they account to around 8 lakh acres, which is very huge, which amount to almost 1.2 lakh crores of worth of property. So Waqf is managed and Waqf Board manages such huge property. Now, what is the composition of Waqf Board? If you look at that, according to this 1995 Act, if you remember, here I told about 1954 Act. In 1995, the old Act was scrapped and this 1995 Act is prevailing today with slight amendments that were given in 2013. In 2013, the present government feels that in 2013 amendment, Waqf has been given unfettered power, and this power is about self-identification of property. So what is self-identification? That means unlike any other property, they won't be registered with district collectors. The records that are maintained by district magistrate doesn't necessarily have this Waqf property, and Waqf, they themselves identify which are their properties and they are not challenged in courts. So this is where they felt the powers are unfettered, and the composition is such that you have a central Waqf Board and Waqf Boards in various states. Almost every state has their Waqf Board, and the members would be followers of Islam who are part of bar, MLAs and various people along with the chairman. Now the present act being proposed, or the amendment that is being proposed to the present act, is trying to change composition. The first thing that is being changed is composition, and this composition is trying to make the board inclusive, is what government claims. When they say inclusive, they mean they want to bring women in the board and also other communities within Islam, maybe like Aga Khanis. These are examples, and other communities like maybe Dodekula. And in various states, you have various sub-caste kind of structure within Islam. So they want to introduce this by bringing this amendments. Okay. Now, is that it? Total there are 40 amendments 40 changes in the amendment, among which the most important one is about composition. The next one, which is highlighted again, is about registering property, and this would be registered at district magistrate. So under district magistrate, government can order verification of properties. Verification of which properties? This Waqf property. Now, the apprehension is that in the name of such verification, what if these properties, the kind of 8 lakh acres they hold, both immovable and movable properties they have, if they are claimed to be public properties after dispute, is what Waqf Board is worried about. And if the composition of Waqf is changed, what if non-Muslims are included in the composition? These are things which are worrying people who are opposing this bill. Now, the question you need to answer is about whether or not this amendment affect Article 14, 15 and 25. So, as Supreme Court has mentioned Waqf as essential practice, again, Waqf is still an essential practice, but Waqf Board has been changing its composition after this bill. Waqf is still existing. In case if you remove the Waqf, then it's violation of what Supreme Court has mentioned. But why is Article 14 being denied is the question. Article 14 includes intelligent differentia. So this intelligent differentia, if you try to put forced equality, then it's a problem. Same is with 15 as well. If we take it together. Under 25, right to propagate their own religion has some prominence within the constitution. So you just have a thought whether these articles are being violated, and are we moving towards a different kind of quasi-uniform civil code by small changes clubbed together. So this is the question that could be understood. You can comment your views about the act that is existing, whether it is redundant, and also you can comment about whether you feel the very amendment itself is violation of the autonomy that is to be granted to Islam. Hope you understood the issue and the proposed amendments so that you can have your own point of view over this contentious issue. Another day, I'll be back before you with analytical video again. Till then, thank you.